Hello everyone, this is Dr. Chirag. So let's start with something new. Here in this particular video, we will be discussing about how to identify a particular variable of a data set and how to filter a particular data set according to the categories of a categorical variable. It's always better to filter a particular data set based on the number of categorical variables which are there in the data set rather than filtering on the basis of the numeric data. So filtering the data set is very easy, but before that we must know how to refer to a particular variable, how to refer to a particular row, and how to refer to a set of rows. So in that case, let's start with something, an operator which we called square bracket. So this square bracket is very important. So when I write the name of a data set, for example, here the name of the data set is demog underscore data, and in case if I write this square bracket, it means that now I'm talking about the rows and the columns of the data. Okay, so this particular square bracket actually has two arguments, argument 1 and argument 2. Okay, so argument 1 refers to the rows of the data set and argument 2 refers to the columns of the data set. Okay, however, we can also write in inverted commas the name of the column here, but yes, we are not doing that as of now. We are just understanding the common use of this square bracket, which is used for rows and the columns of the data set. For example, if I want to understand, if I want to know the the element of second row and fourth column, how can I write that? So I'll write the name of the data and then write square bracket, the second row and the fourth column. Here if I see the second row and the fourth column, which is calorie column, and it has value that is 1800. So let's see whether that particular value comes or not. So let's again work on a new script. Okay, new R script, and let's write demog data, and then starting with square bracket, and then it's okay in case if you give space, and if you don't give space, it's absolutely fine. So let me write the second row and the fourth column, and I'm asking for that. Okay, so just to see that, let me increase this uh, size of console, because here we are going to get the result. So control enter. So I can see that yes, it is a table, it's a kind of table. Okay, and it has got no, it has selected gallery because it is the fourth column. If you see here, fourth column as the gallery, and then it has got the fourth value of the calorie as well. Okay, so it's easy. Okay, so here fourth value of the calorie is 1800. So sorry, second value of the calorie is 1800. Just see that. Okay, so the second row and the fourth column. Okay, so here the second row is this and fourth column is this. So we got this result. It's easy. Now what if we want to identify the more than one row and more than one columns? Is it possible for us? So I'll again use the same square bracket, but now we are going to use a function called C function that we have understood in our previous videos. It's a combination function. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm combining the number of rows with using C function, and I'll also combine the number of columns again using C function, and then putting comma in between, because the one argument is here with C function and the second argument will be here with C function. So how can we write? For example, let's write here. So this is the square bracket, this is the data set. Okay, so in case if I want to write C of say fourth row, fifth row, ninth row and 10th row. okay, comma, C, second column and fifth column. Okay, so this is what our uh, code will be. So let's do that and see whether we'll get the result or no. Okay, so let's go and see that. Let's go to our script and write here the name of the data set, the mock data, square bracket starts. Let's give some space here and then write C. Okay, C, and then write say second row, fourth row, sixth row, and then say 11th row, and then writing the second argument. So this is one argument, which is argument of rows. Now the second argument of columns, I am starting with C, and I'm saying please give me the second and the fifth column values of these rows. Okay, yes, so let's do that. See, I have given space here, I have given space here as well, I have given space after comma, so it's absolutely, okay with R Studio or R. Control Enter. So here the second row, in case if we look at the data, the second row is the second column is the age category and the fifth column is weight. So we can see that we got the values of what? We got the values of second, fourth, sixth and 11th row. Let's see that the second row is this. So 26 to 30 is the age category value and weight is 66.7. Yes, it's absolutely correct. And then we have another row, that is row number 4, and yes, 26 to 30 same, and the value is 85. Yes, that is same. So it means that if I want to extract the rows and columns from the data set, yes, that is very much possible. So we may also use a sequencing, because what happens, you may also think that what if you want to get the the row number 21 to 45, you want that. So do you need to write C and then 21, 22, 23 and so on to 45? No, you don't have to. So in case if the rows are in a sequence or anything which is in a sequence, you can use colon. So how can we do that? So we will write in a square bracket as 21 colon 45. There is no need to write C here because it is in a sequence, and then we can say C of say 1 and the fourth column. So in case if I want 21st to 45th rows of first and the fourth column, can I do that? Can I get that? So let's see, is it possible? So let's see that. Okay, let's go to our script function. Okay, script pane. So let's write the mock, okay, data, and then write square bracket, not curly, it's square bracket, okay, C, and then let me start. No need to write C. 21 is to 45, comma, C, that's combination of first and the fourth column. So what is the meaning of this? I asked R to give me the 21st to 45th column, sorry, row of this data set. Okay, 21st to 45th row of this data set. But for all the columns, no, for column number 1 and column number 4, if I'm not wrong. Huh? So what we have written, column 1, 4, yes. So let's run this code, control enter, and here, yes, we got, you must be thinking of the where are the others. It's written here with 15 more rows. So here, just to save on this space, R says that 15 more rows are there, but you said Kisi, you really want to see that, you really want to see that. So in case if you really want to see that, for that you see, what is the ultimate purpose of doing this exercise is actually to create another data set. Okay, because you are doing, so you are creating another data set. So what you are doing actually, this is you are slicing. You are creating, you are actually extracting some observations and some variables from this data set, but that variable has not been created as such. So what will you do here? In that case, you need to right here we need to give a name to that set. So you set, you know, data frame 1, okay, control, and then alt dash, that is sign of assignment. So control enter. So here another data set has been created which has got 25 observations of 2 variable. In case if we click here on the name of the data frame, please do not click on this function, this particular symbol, that is play blue button. If you click on that, you will get the structure, you will get the, you know, the structure of the various variables in this particular data set. We do not need that. So in that case, we want to see the data frame, just click on this. So here we can see the entire data set here. We can easily see the entire data set here. So this is how we can see the entire data set. And however, it's always better to see the first 6 values of that particular data frame. df1, control enter. So first 6 values, yes, you can easily make out that things are going in the right direction. So it's always better to actually use head or tail function just to see whether the things are going in the right way or not. So what if you really want to get all the observations for a particular column, or say few observations of all the columns? Yeah, that is, I want that all the observations, if observation number 1 to 90 for these 2 columns only, that is for calorie and for weight. How can I do that? Yeah, for that I again will use the square bracket. Here there is a catch with square bracket. In case if you do not write anything in any of the arguments, say for example this is the argument for rows and this is the argument for columns, if you do not write anything in any of the places which are meant for either rows or columns, it means that you are asking for all the rows and all the columns. For example, if I write square bracket data, okay, square bracket, and then I'll say nothing in place of observation, that's rows, but say third column, it means that I want all the observations only for column number 3, that is occupation. Is it possible? Yes. So let's see that. Is it possible or not? In the same fashion, before going that, we will also check in case if I want, say, all the columns for observation number 4 and 5. All the columns for observation number 4 and 5. So I have not written anything here. So not even dash. No, you don't have to write anything. Okay. So when you do that, okay. So here we will see whether is it possible to do that. Yes. So what we have learned in a nutshell. So if we do not write anything here, it will be for means all the rows. If we do not write anything here, it means all the columns. Okay, so let's see that is it working or not. Okay, let's do that. Let's go to our script and write something. Say data frame, say sorry, not data, sorry, the name of the function is the name of the data, that is demog, square bracket starts, and I'm writing anything here in place of rows. It means I'm asking for all the rows, but I'm asking for say column number 3 and column number 5. Just see again. Okay, so here I have not written anything in place of rows. It means I'm talking about all the rows. All rows means all observations. Okay, all observations. Here I have written C, 3 and 5 means I'm talking about column number. It's C is not meant for column. C is combination. because this argument is meant for column. C is combining two columns. Okay, C does not mean column. Please be careful. Mind that. So column number 3 and 5. So what are the column number 3 and 5? If I want to see that, column number 3 is occupation and 5 is weight. Okay, occupation and weight for all the observations here. So is it possible? All the observations? So let's see that. So let's write Control Enter. Just see here, I have got exact 90 observations. 90 observations. It means the entire data set, all the rows, see with 80 more rows. But two columns, column number 3 and 5, third column is occupation and fifth column is weight. So that's also possible that we can make use of this square bracket operator and work on any rows or columns. Okay, so beautiful thing. So let me end the video here only, because the next part of this we'll do in our next video. I hope that this will give you an idea of how to refer to the rows and the columns of a data set. Thank you.